Okay, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. As we are a few weeks away from SummerSlam, we come live from Tampa, Florida tonight. And what do we got going on for Raw tonight? As we were like, what, at least a week and a half, 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, we kick it off with Titus O'Neil being out there. As he is now WWE's global ambassador. Talking about this is his hometown, Tampa, by the way, but talked about he's a former WWE Tag Team Champion, a Hall of Fame Warrior Award recipient and whatnot. Some of the highlights of his career, and that is the pinnacle of it now, becoming a global ambassador. Saying, he talked about serving U.S. soldiers around the world and all the charity work he's done, and bringing the people together and whatnot. And you'll never see us talk about like politics, religion, or any diverse topics and whatnot, because he says, whether your race or economic status or nationality, this is a place where it's a safe haven, and they just want to make sure that you all have a good time, and it's just gonna what's going on tonight, and he welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw, which even I gotta agree with a lot of people that it's not like Vince McMahon wrote this for him to say, which Titus, maybe they did come from Titus though, and I do believe him. Like I said, the guy's a great humanitarian and whatnot. I could imagine Vince writing this though, because he probably would have come out and said this himself, but with everything going on with him right now, I guess the best idea is not to come out there. But then again, these people probably would have cheered and bowed and sang along to his theme song if Vince came out and said the same thing also. But it was very, yeah, 'cause I was kind of interested that Titus did kick off the show, so I was kind of surprised by that. But next thing you know, Becky Lynch was out there talking about, the winner of Bianca and Carmella to see who, will defend that women's title with SummerSlam against her. Um, Becky went on, talking about she's had to scratch and claw her way to finally get this match at SummerSlam. It's finally happening. Bianca came out and talked about, I know what you did with last week was foul with that distraction, caused me to lose my match. And not Becky, but Bianca saying, I'm gonna focus on you and everything because it's not gonna be a WrestleMania comeback story and what Matt. Not this is my comeback story also after what happened that last year at SummerSlam. Even though I feel like it already happened at WrestleMania for a comeback and whatnot for Bianca, but that loss was the lowest point of my career right now, and I'm gonna restore my reputation again and whatnot. Because once I beat Carmella, I'm going to rewrite history. Carmella came out then, basically talking about, she's a badass with a great ass. Good for Corey Graves. I'll say that. It ain't, that's how I say. I don't know how fat Carmella's shit is, but good for Corey Graves on that one though. Basically, talk about she beat Bianca last week, and she's gonna beat her again and become the new women's champion. Bianca cut her off and whatnot. Carmella had attacked you know, Bianca. Becky ended up helping also. Uh, hit her with a manhandle slam to take her to the ground, which, basically they still began the match with her, Bianca and Carmella for the title. Becky remained on commentary. Good match. Ended up with Bianca winning, of course, with the KLD and everything. Right after, Bianca was looking for a title, Becky was just holding the belt and got in the ring, just kind of dropped on her feet before leaving. So, looking for that match at SummerSlam. I know we saw the comeback. I thought it would have been over at WrestleMania, but we're going to bring Bianca and Becky back again at SummerSlam. Even though I feel like the comeback story for Bianca was already at WrestleMania, getting her redemption and payback on Becky Lynch finally. But guess we're doing it again. Street Profits were talking as they talked about Jeff Jarrett being the special guest referee at SummerSlam. MVP and Omos came out there talking about Omos pinned him last week and says, Dawkins, if you want to match against him tonight, let's do this thing. Kevin Owens says return. We haven't really, honestly, we don't know where Kevin Owens has been the past 3-4 weeks. I guess he was hurt, but we haven't seen him. He was here to welcome everybody there as he introduced Matt Riddle in and basically, talked about everything that's going on. And, Owen says I had to deal with the whole Ezekiel. Elias is the same person, but now I left on a nature retreat to find my inner peace. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. And listen, man, I've had a best friend also. Like you lost your best friend. Mine was Seth, but he said, but you had Randy Orton. RK Bro was good, but Bro KO could be even great. All right. And Riddle says, you're like the biggest liar, dude. So that's not gonna happen. Owens basically said, I've turned a new leaf and everything. And I'm surprised you even trust Randy Orton. Like, he's the biggest snake in the history of this company. Matt Riddle basically said, "Hey, man, don't talk about Orton like that." And as he kept talking, Seth's music hit, which he got distracted. Owens said he had nothing to do with it, but the burn it down part played again, and ended up, Seth attacking Matt Riddle because they do have a match at SummerSlam, and curb stomped them a couple times before leaving him in the ground right there. So, Kevin Owens, good to see him back. Like I said, as long as he's not going back at the whole Ezekiel Elias thing and moving on to something else, we'll see where that goes. Seth talked about why he attacked Matt Riddle then, as Ezekiel showed up then and said, "I don't like what you did to him. I guess he wants a match tonight." The Judgment Day, Finn and Priest telling everybody to all rise, all rise. It's going to be some judgment tonight, and that Dominic Mysterio's going to join and everything, and stuff. And you could see it in Dom's eyes that he wants to leave Rey, and told him to do it. Basically, they talk about he took out Edge again, as they did play. I think one of those Edge videos and whatnot with Tim writing on like almost like from a brew cup saying, "I'm coming," and saying even seeing Undertaker's urn out there also. So this has got to be Edge. Rey Mysterio did go against Damian Priest. Not a bad match. Of course, Finn got involved and even Dominic, but Rey hit the 619, but Priest got him and hit him with the big crucifix power bomb for the win. And then they started beating up Rey, and it was gonna concerto him and told Dominic, either you join us right now or your dad gets his head caved in. For Priest, saying you're gonna join. Oh, he says, "Oh, look, he's gonna join now," but he said it doesn't work that way. And then ended up beating up Dominic with the chair and everything, and whatnot. But they were gonna do the concerto, but Rey ended up getting up out of there then and whatnot. So yeah, didn't end up joining, so I guess they're going to try to get him to join or want him to join. Someone from the Mysterio to join. Seth Rollins went against Ezekiel. Not a bad match. I swear we saw it like a few weeks ago on Raw anyway. Seth Rollins got the win, so not much to say from that. Omos is in the back with the Usos. So I'm like, yeah, man, go take out the Profits. You're going to take out Dawkins. We're going to get a front row seat and everything. As they did go to for next week's show, that it will be Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary in Madison Square Garden, which Priest and Balor ended up challenging Rey and them at Madison Square Garden for next week in his 20th anniversary. Omos went against Dawkins, which match was okay at first. MVP ended up tripping him with his cane and everything. And stuff. So Adam Pearce ended up coming out there and saying, like, you know what? This is now a tag team match and stuff. So MVP still in his suit. Team with Omos to go against the Street Profits. Even his whole balling thing out there. So the crowd started chanting, "You still got it." It ended up being another DQ finish due to the Usos getting involved. And it ended up beating up the Street Profits, super kicking and Omos and them taking them down and stuff and whatnot. So there you go. Veer, who we haven't seen in a while, just shows up on TV and says boo and stares at Cher Schreiber and leaves until Miz shows up on MizTV later on tonight with Logan Paul, which we're going to get to. Austin Theory came out there talking about, he's got the money in the bank. He's going to be Lashley for the U.S. title. He's going to cash it in. He got multiple accounts of what chance and everything, and he was able to handle them what chance, but he talked about all these guys don't like him, from Reigns to Lesnar to Moss to the people to Dolph Ziggler and everything. They don't like me. They're jealous and whatnot. And, why was he even out here? And he kept getting whats. And AJ Styles came out then. Basically, you're just a big jackass and whatnot. Because, you're making big promises right now. But, theories basically say, what were you doing at my age? You had to scratch and claw your way to get here and whatnot. AJ said, I'm proud of where I came from. And, I'm here today because of where I came from. But Theory called him an old grizzled veteran. And Styles said, I got to knock some respect, into you and whatnot. Which AJ punched him. Then Dolph Ziggler ended up coming out. Which we did get Austin Theory and AJ after that. Which ended up the count out due to Ziggler getting involved later on and super kicking AJ. No, super kicking Theory out there. So he ended up getting super kicked and taken out from there. Yeah. there he couldn't get in the ring due to Dolph Ziggler. So a lot of DQ finishes on his show tonight. DQ or just like count out finishes all of a sudden. We're like getting a lot of those tonight for Raw. They also had a video package for Bianca and Becky. Very good video package. Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Dana Brooke when against Nikki Ash, Doudrop, and Tamina. Basically, everybody won the 24/7 title here except for Asuka, and Asuka won the regular match. I don't really care. It's 24/7 nonsense, bullshit. I don't care. Um, MizTV came happened in as they, talk about Miz at the baseball game All-Star over the weekend, who brought out Logan Paul and I just say you're gonna accept my challenge and everything, and basically talk about what happened at WrestleMania. And Miz says you could do a lot of things, man. You had a big following on social media. You went toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. Let's not say toe to toe. Floyd had a sparring match out there. Okay, I don't want to say toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had a sparring match with Logan Paul. I think they got their history confused right there. But they talked about what's going on. Of course, the what chance happened. I'm gonna show my own talk show, and I think I can do better than you and whatnot. Miz, I'm still not gonna do it. Logan Paul ended up calling him like, you're an old man, which I'm about to say you're past your prime. Miz isn't even that damn old. I don't think. I don't even think he's 40 yet. So what do you mean old man? But then they went to the tiny balls, and they said you got tiny balls and stuff. Miz had a T-shirt that said my balls are massive, and I will face you at SummerSlam. I accept. And then Miz tried to take him out, and then Ciampa got involved, and Logan Paul didn't fight him out and get up out of there. Then they had Cher Shriva interview Miz again, saying, there's only one Miz TV and everything, and that he's awesome. And that ended the show from there. Man, a lot going on in that final segment there, okay? For like just Miz, Logan Paul. Do I really care much about this match? Not really, okay? I don't want to see it. I've talked about Logan Paul before, him being in this company in general, but they want to continue this. Like I said, Logan Paul's not bad in the ring. I just like, do I really need to see this again? Like I say, it wasn't bad, but like, do I really need to see him? And how much some would say if it's just heat or heel heat or just people don't want to see him. I don't know. Like I said, I've discussed this thing already, so I'm not gonna go over it again. But still, like, do I want to even see this match with Miz and Logan Paul? Not really. Okay, I really don't. But it's happening. So, yeah, tiny balls, looks like, folks. Tiny balls. But in that, comment, subscribe, find me on Twitter, Hood9890. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.